Good morning. Welcome to Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN with your face Kevin and Azim featuring Jade, Gwen Johnson. And it's a beautiful Wednesday here in St. Kitts. It's Hump Day.
Indeed.
December 15th. We have with you, Jade. 10 more days till Christmas.
The masses are happy about that.
The masses are happy about all kind of things.
Bye. I want me the masses.
You want me the masses?
You know what I just told me, Adam? That I need. Anyway. We reached there yet?
We know what you need, Jade. We know what you need.
Reached there yet.
We know what you need. But you ain't get it, man. You ain't get it. That's what I'm wishing for you for Christmas.
A government man?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But a big one. One like in a big position.
Yeah,
maybe a PS. Maybe a PS.
I could do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A director.
Something small.
Yeah, like a department director or something.
Yeah, man.
Can't remember which is trying to get the car.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So we got aim high
Yeah.
and drop low.
No. Aim high.
And stay up?
Yeah.
Vibes.
But yeah, it's a beautiful Wednesday. What you did last night? What went on last night?
I think all I ever do is work, you know. So I don't know if you question that.
Jade,
I worked at Mamid.
but you work until you're not working, and that'll be the thing. That'll be the thing.
I worked until probably minutes to 11. Then I watched TikToks till I fell asleep.
Text?
TikToks.
Okay.
Judgment.
Yeah, I'm judging you.
TikTok is very educational. You stop there.
People don't watch it for
I do. Entertainment and education.
most of the times it's entertainment. You're not denying?
No.
That's what I'm saying. So what you
Good morning to my friend in St. Lucia, Nikita, who's tuned in.
Oh, Nikita, tuned in?
Yeah, man. Love you and miss you. Come home.
Come home,
friends,
Nikita,
come
please.
home.
Please, come home.
Yes.
But last night, what do that? You know what I do last night?
Yeah, I could hear you. I keep telling you, I know where this be doing.
Yeah.
If you know how that I got like, if you know where your man be in the night,
Yeah.
I could tell you where you be.
Yeah.
Yeah, me man. But for whoever
does- yeah.
as him man be, I know where he be.
Yeah.
He is exactly where he tell you going.
Okay. Thank you very much. thank you for that, Jade.
I have proof via my ears. Yes.
Last night was fun though.
I could hear it.
Last night was
I
fun.
tell you, every time I hear y'all practice, I'm excited for Sunday, you know. By the way, I didn't know it was Sunday. I thought it was Saturday.
What?
I did. I honestly thought it was Saturday, but, you know, big up Zoo on his successful, is it a live concert? Should I call it a live concert?
It's an event.
Zoo and Friends, boy. I'm
Yeah,
really
it's
looking
an
forward to that one.
I think people are in for a good time, and I think people just really want something like this. Like,
Yeah, like, and all the time you want to go to like a fete and, you know, something we just want to go out and hear good. I know, friend, I know. Sometimes you just want to hear good music backed by the Bacchanalist band.
hey, bam. But yeah, it can be fun, man. I think people are looking forward to it. People seem excited, and so they're giving me a vibe too. I'm looking forward to it big
Trying
time.
to figure out if I should put on my little heels. Then I want like,
Jade.
I know you're not like a fit, so you can't like do too much. But you know, I want to do a little two-step and
Jade, people will be doing as much as they like, and on top of that, I believe that I can suggest this to the organizer. And some of the events. Look, I don't think a lot of people here go to venues and stuff in the United States. One of the things that you learn about venues when you go to the United States, right, is that the price to get in isn't where they make the money. They don't make money off of tickets. They make money off of all the secondary services when you enter the venue. We don't got you in the venue.
yeah.
So we
can
give
just
some.
charge you for all kind of things.
So yeah, so for instance, you go to a club in like New York. It might be this hot popping club, right? And you're paying like $20 to get in. So you get in. The first thing is coat check. So yeah, but coat check is another $20.
Well,
Right.
that's eliminated here because you know we ain't doing no court.
But Jay, that's what I'm saying. Idea for all future event planners, and especially events where persons, where women are, especially women, are expected to dress nice and come presenting themselves in a way that, can really be appreciated by all. Heel check. Jade, you're laughing. You're not serious, yeah?
I laugh because it gets me off guard, not because I'm bad.
I think it's a wonderful idea.
Listen, most times you have to bring the flats in the bag or the flats in the car. Struggle to go back down to the car.
Jade, they need a heel check at events. I see women search. Look, you know how much times I be up there playing and some women that I know come and just be like, hold this for me.
The heels is for style and appearance, not for dancing.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't have a problem with that. Like, I want you to come feeling your best.
Yeah, man.
And then I want you to feel your best at the event, which sometimes include removing your heels.
Most of the time, it
right?
requires moving
So
heels.
instead of me looking down and wondering,
What shoes these?
sometimes I look down right at my feet and forget which pair of shoes I wearing here. How much shoes down there?
Careful, Careful.
I just be like, hey, heel check, guys. But that's what I'm saying. In the US, by the time you get in, right, the drinks overpriced.
Yeah.
Right, the drinks overpriced. You get, if you're doing bottle service, then there's a charge for that. There's the guy who stands in the bathroom that you're gonna tip, right? You're gonna tip the bartenders. Like the money that you spend to get in there.
What the man in the bathroom does be doing?
Literally giving you cologne if you need it, hand lotion. He keeps the place clean.
Okay.
So he cleans the bathroom and he provides you with all the little amenities that would make your experience in the bathroom
You see,
one of the best.
I feel like
when I go to a club and I see the man in the bathroom, I feel secure and safe.
You see, that would be nice, but I think that would be more of a service for the male bathroom, because women come prepared.
Yeah.
So all them things that he would be giving out, they're in the bag already.
But
the bag doesn't be this big, eh?
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, it's good to know that there's somebody in the bathroom cleaning as the bathroom is used. That's the big key. The key is that when you go in there, you know it's clean.
That's true.
That is the big key. So, like, yeah, I wasn't saying do that here. I was just explaining, like,
oh yeah, the services.
yeah,
that happen in
like,
America,
yeah,
that-
that's how the business structure is set up. Like, and I keep wondering, like, but people don't see this. Why?
Not only that.
When I try events in other countries, I'm either doing anything, I'm making my money. But before the show started, they're in the green.
See,
I mean, it can't happen here in Esca.
No, but you're crazy. But that reminds me of something else that me and my friends usually talk about, like services that could be offered here in different establishments. For example, right? I feel like the barbers here, they're doing the full service. Like they cut you here, they line you up, but then they send you on your way. Barbers in America are giving you facials.
Yeah.
They're plucking your nose. They're doing all kind of things that
Upsell, they got upsell.
Yeah, and I feel like if a lot of barbers would take that into consideration, they would make more money, because who doesn't like a nice facial?
A mutual friend of ours had an idea to do like the full male equivalent of the spa, which is really the barbershop on steroids,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I thought it was a very good idea.
Well, whoever that person is should probably pursue that.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. He was supposed to go off and like do a course and everything. And
Maybe Corona.
yeah, Corona might have played a part in that.
Yeah,
But I remember people willing to risk it all to get a line up in the lockdown. Like people,
Boy, that was then,
yo, fellas out there, like, yo,
I was outside like the crackheads, them like,
all
we
them,
gotta line up now, please.
all them men, and I must say, these men, I cannot relate, but I guess your particular brand of masculinity allows it. But all the men who are accustomed to have like daily post of selfies, like the daily selfie post, like all in the WhatsApp status and so, it really does weird me out there. But hey,
Well, I'm
everybody,
struggling.
everybody,
But then, see,
them they stop posting.
yeah, but see, then there's also this type of man that appreciates the go out of everything.
You mean like a
Because-
real man?
Yeah, cause you see how you be connect and them kind of stuff.
Mm.
So they could be like, this lockdown thing ain't nothing for me. I could go out everything. Some people can't do that. Some people can't do that for me.
Yeah, but for some reason, like I said, the man, but somebody gonna have to explain that to me.
The male selfies.
Male selfies, and me talking like male selfies once in a blue moon. I'm talking about the almost daily male selfies.
I got to let the the viewers know what's happening. They have to continue to let them know what's happening.
Women appreciate that, or women
I
find that
don't
strange too?
know.
'Cause I find that very strange. Yeah.
I don't know.
Pull up YouTube there. Let me see if anybody.
I forget about my friends on YouTube today. Why? My God, they're probably over there talking to themselves,
No,
cussing
man.
us out.
Cussing us out? Nah, man.
No, I don't think they do it either.
Let me see.
What?
TikTok app.
I
Yeah.
find you clearly in on TikTok because if you feel like that's true,
I mean, see, this thing is different things could be true. That could be part of it, and there could be other parts.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
Not only that, based on your interaction with the app, my experience with the app and your experience with the app will be totally different.
Indeed. I enjoy my experience every time.
That is your experience is curated to you.
Mhm.
So hopefully you do enjoy it.
I do. But anyway, guys, we're here again to talk some things. Today will be a, interactive show. Y'all can call in, which I know y'all will because I feel like today, this is y'all topic. One thing about the country, right? They like talk politics and they like talk money.
Politics and money
Yeah, bye.
and people business.
Yeah.
Politics, money, and
But
people
politics
business.
is people business, though. You don't feel so?
Nah. That ain't the business I'm talking about.
Oh, got you. So yeah, we will talk about the PM's budget announcements.
We're going to talk about the budget.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the budget for sure. Basically, we're talking about the budget this morning, and a little later we're gonna talk about some other things if time allows. But yeah, for now, the PM's announcement, the reaction to the PM's announcement by some of the parliamentarians, and something special that is happening for the public service. The public
That
service.
ain't a serious. Double.
Congratulations with my crying face. You know the Jordan meme crying face?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm saying congratulations. With it.
Yeah. I mean, man, I'm glad for the civil service.
I'm glad for them too.
Yeah.
But I can't be happy for me too. But to me. I don't civil serve. I don't serve the country. I feel like every day I serve in the country.
Yeah. They need to whoever paying you the single, you need to go check them for the double.
Boy, I hope they're listening.
Hope
But
they're
a little
listening.
extra sprinkle on the check for December.
Okay, if you can't give me a double, give me a quarter.
Yeah, man, a little something, man.
A little
Lord,
quarter.
man. Something, man, asking for a lot, man. Lord, man.
Oh, bye.
But yeah,
I see, ask me now again, man.
they mentioned
Ask me now again. You hear me just hear me this thing, hear me one thing, so.
something wrong with that, man. Sorry.
Something wrong with them.
That too, but But before we jump into any of our budget talks, let's give y'all a COVID update because they want person again, They want person strike again.
Wait, that man need to just put their face on a poster by.
But I tell you, when you go in the supermarket and you steal and they used to put your poster outside. This is treat them like this. They're disrupting the flow of the country. But anyway, so our COVID report as of Tuesday, 14th December, we have one new confirmed case, which brings our total to 2,797 with 9 active cases. As in we had it yesterday,
Yeah.
That one person.
Yeah, man. But I mean, we seem to be managing. No, people on me about. I think there's a bunch of different factors why the numbers are low. There's a bunch of different factors, including one. I think underreporting is one for sure. But I think more importantly, a lot of people just done had COVID. A whole 2,000 and how much? A good 2,000 and something. People.
2,797.
Yeah, so a lot of people done had COVID. So.
Yeah, right. That's a lot to me, like.
Yeah, so
That's a good amount.
yeah, so I mean, it is what it is. Things staying under control for the most part.
Thank
And
our lucky stars.
yeah, and for those who been waiting on the what do you call it? And the if we have another outbreak, which wave again be? The third wave?
I think that's a fourth, buddy.
I need to remember when the second and third
That's
one
what I
was.
tell you. I stop count.
Yeah, but some people waiting on that. I mean,
I know.
okay, for instance, right? Like behave like, and this to happen every time. And I think this is because we have this thing about returning to normalcy and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But every time we get to a point where we get a bit more control in regards to the COVID situation, everybody start to do things that gonna like exacerbate the COVID situation. So, like okay, for instance, like even us, like we come here daily. For months we were wearing masks every time we come to the show. So no, we're not stipulated. It's not stipulated that we have to wear masks, right? On the show. Like, what you think would be the thing that make you go, yeah, but as me put my mask?
Watch you.
Like what that would be?
Let them number start to go up again. Yes,
No, but what I'm saying, what number would make you think like, by a?
It's a good question because we had cases.
What number? Yeah, that's the thing. What number would like this is like purely hypothetical, and hopefully we never have to.
Maybe if we hit like 100 cases.
100 is your number?
Maybe if we hit like 100 cases, and I see like if the government start to put plans in place to like
deal with the uptick.
Yeah, if they start to do that, like I nothing serious. But you know, if like right now we're good, so you know.
Good morning, caller. You're live on Island T. What's up?
Yes, good morning, man. How are you guys doing?
Doing good, man.
Yeah, me personally, I believe that, you know, the Prime Minister should have lifted up that the state of emergency is still on, right?
I think it's until later on in the month.
They made an announcement that when they're going to take it off?
They did. Well, it's not indefinite. So the date. What the date is, Jade? I think it's still end this month, actually.
Okay. That's a good move. That's a good move. I just wanted to make sure of that before I comment about it. Yeah, that's a good move. You know, I guess like the announcement of the double salary, man. That was really superb, bro. You know, under this COVID environment, you know, this Prime Minister, you know, a lot of people might not like him. They might be talking against him, and a lot of critics, but the critics can always be there. But for this Prime Minister to be performing like this, man, it's really outstanding, bro. Me personally wanted to just come on and, you know, give him some type of credit for his performance thus far, especially during this time here. You know, Sinkis and Nevis potentially, you know, they have the tools, man, to move the country to move forward successfully and to lead the way. You know, and I just wanted to commend the Prime Minister, commend him, and pick him up. And, you know, I'm really happy that he made that move, man. And a lot of people who was doubtful that double salary was going to come, you know, he surely proved them wrong. And I just want to commend him, and I wish everybody the best for the holidays going forward. The differently with the controlling of the COVID virus, I believe that they should move towards moving up the country. You know, we're not saying to not be cautious, but, you know, I think that they should move towards moving the country forward and opening up fully with some type of degree of caution. But that's it. That's my contribution for now. And, you know, you guys enjoy the holiday season, man. And, you know, with whatever, you know, however you guys enjoy the carnival season as well. I wish everybody there the best of luck, man, going forward. And, all right, thanks a lot, man.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, let me jump into the budget. Let's jump into some some numbers here. Lord, I have my glasses.
Sure? Show me why you read it? Because these are long here.
Okay, you do it. You know I can't read.
What?
You're going to embarrass me today.
What is happening?
Woohoo.
Oh, boy. So, guys, if you, for some reason, live under a rock somewhere up in perhaps Phillips's, way up Green Hill, in a shanty, in a shack, and you don't have internet or whatever.
So they're going to hear us now as him?
Because they came down in town this morning to do their business, Jade.
Okay. No, wait.
I remember the listeners have their radios blasting.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
so if you're one of those people that don't know, let me inform you that the Prime Minister announced yesterday a $952.2 million budget for 2022. Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris, announced a proposed $952.2 million budget for the fiscal year 2022 during day one of the budget hearing on December 14th. That was yesterday. 2022 budget estimates to see an $84 million increase from the 2021 budget. The Prime Minister laid out the allocations for each ministry of the expected appropriation bill 2022. We therefore recommend the following allocations, which represent our proposals for both recurrent capital expenditures and net lending and principal payments. Dr. Harris called this budget a people-centric budget with an increase in health and education investment. Last year, the Ministry of Health was allocated 65 million EC, no, 65,000 EC. I won't go into the specific numbers, with a near 8 million increase in this year's estimate. The Ministry of Education got 103,000, almost 104,000 actually, and saw an increase of $554,000. Yeah, so like half million for that. The Prime Minister then explained in his opening that the 2022 budget seeks to reinvigorate the economy following the negative impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. So, Mr. Speaker, heavy investment in our people, but it will also help to build the resilience in response to the pandemic and put our country of St. Kitts and Nevis back on track to becoming a model small island state. Our proposals for capital expenditure will make a significant contribution to our economic recovery by creating jobs and more jobs and moving our country closer to fuller recovery. We are taking a cautiously optimistic outlook for the fiscal year 2022, and therefore these proposals are setting the wheels in motion to advance our plan for putting St. Kitts and Nevis back on track.
Indeed and indeed.
So we see an increase in the budget. Okay. That was definitely necessary given what we've been dealing with.
People keep pointing out one specific number to me. Wait, let me see. Okay. The budget gives $110 million to the Office of the PM, 29 more than last year, but only 73 to health and 104 million to education. So somebody was asking what expenditure could possibly cause that increase. I don't know. I don't work in the Office of the Prime Minister, but...
Well, you see, the thing with the OPM is that it's one of those things where it's kind of vague, right? Like, it's kind of vague.
Mm-hmm. They just give a number, really. They don't really.
No, but I mean, not just even the name. Mm-hmm. Like, if you go Department of Culture, like, you kind of know, okay. You could kind of guess what's going on there. When people hear the Office of the Prime Minister, people don't really even know what that department is like responsible for.
No, they don't, honestly.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah. And I think it would change for a number of different reasons, right? Because, for instance, like, even though the Prime Minister is, for instance, the Minister of Finance, National Security, etc., the Office of the Prime Minister is separate.
So what do they do?
Jade, stop asking questions.
I don't know if I ever thought about it.
It's one of them things. Like there's about 3 people that tell me that there's about 3 people who tell me they're the PS in the Office of the Prime Minister.
It's true, you know. Remember we were silly, you know.
So I'll be like, we're not nearby.
Huh.
But these are questions that I'm sure the opposition will ask.
And, which is today, actually.
Yeah, these are questions that
I think the opposition should be presenting at 10 o'clock today. The Right Honorable Dr. Denzel Douglas.
Yeah, so, I mean, that is going to be interesting. But the outline, again, for me, with the outline, it's hard to really judge much of what's going on because you need the breakdown. You need the breakdown, and not only
do they give those?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing about it is like, the thing for me is like the plans. Like you need to have a general idea of what direction the country is going in, because there's limited resources. Ain't like to say just unlimited money, and you
No.
just decide to put some here, and put some over there, and put some over there, and like it's like these numbers coming out of a hat. You would have all these departments, all these ministries putting their proposals forward, based on what they want to achieve in the new year. All right, and so how those plans line up with the overall plan for the country will determine it to some extent how much is allocated to these different ministries, right? And I always wish that the conversation around the budget speaks more to that, because a lot of this these numbers, and like a lot of, we can't even fathom these numbers.
No boy.
Right? We can't even fathom these numbers. Like, for us, the difference between $102 million and $110 million, like, it's just numbers. It's just words, right? We don't have a real appreciation for what that is.
No, we don't.
The numbers too far out from what we think.
But some of us ain't even paid attention to those things. We just know the country winning, we know how we winning, we
Right.
know what it takes to win it. We just know things moving.
So generally, what happens is you get these kind of vague, like for instance, you'll hear statements like, "This is a people-centric budget."
You may know what I mean.
Yeah, we don't know what that means.
You have to tell us what I mean. Like,
No,
we don't
but-
say these
no,
things,
but-
just break it down. I feel like sometimes we forget that, well, as politicians, not we, they forget that they're not talking to other politicians. So the language they use would be easy to understand to other people who are in that realm. But for the normal man, they know what this mean.
But like I said, like for me, I just would like a more detailed outline of what the direction, like what it is that influenced the decisions that were made in terms of the allocation. That would suggest what the direction is for the country, and then we could then, like I said, if you tell us like this direction, and so this is how these allocations, how we came up with these allocations, because this is where we want to go. Like I think, and that being not something that is a one liner or two liner, like, you know, you would hear things like, for instance, last year a lot of countries in the budget addresses would say things like, you know, this budget is centered around economic recovery as a result of, in response to the COVID-19 pandemic.
What I mean, sir. So what are you saying?
Like, it can't be no one liner. Like, you can't, like, you
Yeah,
got,
no,
you
that's
got to,
not
let me,
going
you
to
have to
help.
let me know, because there must be a philosophy, there must be a strategy, there must be a, and so for persons who are genuinely interested, who aren't accountants, who have no experience dealing with this type of money and thing, like, that's what we want to know. What the direction of the country is, boom, boom, boom. We shouldn't have to then go and say, oh, well, they're looking to invest in education because, well, they get 120 more million than they got last year. So like, we got to go then decipher through them things. Now, like, let us know what's going on. Sometimes they do it depending on what they choose to highlight. But I'm talking about the overall strategy that would then line up with those things that they usually do and say, well, you know, education, this is what we're looking to achieve, but this is what we're looking to achieve.
Well, I think, somebody's telling me that the individual ministers, when they present, that's what they're going to do. I think Akila's supposed to present
That's what I'm
to this.
saying.
I'm looking to hear. I'm looking for, listen, don't disappoint us, you know. Do not disappoint us, because we've been disappointed all through the year. Like, give us a break, man. Give us some good news, you know. It feels like our side of the ministry, and I'm talking about education and the other stuff, health and stuff that's under her portfolio. Like, these things need more attention. It needs more attention.
But that's what I'm saying. So usually what happens is the individual ministers would then speak about the plans for their particular ministry.
Well, I definitely listen in,
Right.
and I feel like y'all should too. But somebody actually told me what the office of the Prime Minister does. They gave me a breakdown. And so, the office of the Prime Minister is the core of the government. The ministry of the office of the Prime Minister is critical to the achievement of the overall objectives of the government of St. Kitts and Nevis, as it lends support to the head of the government and facilitates the cabinet, which sits at the core of the government's functionality. It covers government
really
payroll, Human Resource, National Heroes Pack, STEP Program, Department, wait, Department People Empowerment. Oh, DEP People, what?
Department of People Empowerment.
Oh, okay, I was right. Department of People Empowerment, National Archives, SKNIS, Boundaries, Commission, Cannabis Authority, Human Resource.
So let me ask you a question now.
And I know I was going to do that, you know.
What else the Prime Minister do?
Anyway. You not stress me.
Me?
You not stress me. I tell you what the people say.
No, and the person is correct. The person is correct. The person is correct.
I know, I figured.
Yeah.
I figured.
But the question still stands. Yeah. And that's not to question the necessity of the.
No, that sound like important things. Because human resources is important, especially human resource of the government. Y'all need, by the way, y'all need to do a little more training when it comes to the people that work in these departments, especially the people that are the first contact to the outside world. The people that you call to ask questions, the people that are supposed to give you information. They would. Oh my God. If y'all don't want this job, just give it to somebody else who wants it. There's plenty of people who willingly do this job to in the way they're supposed to do it, you know. What always feels like calling those lines is like you're disturbing them. It's like you're calling them home to disturb them.
I did buy. Customer services, I think,
Oh my
it's
God.
all across. All across.
It
the
is
board.
atrocious.
I mean, especially in the civil service, yes, but there's some companies where you could tell like there has been a concerted effort to position their customer service reps or just the employees in general to deal with the public in a way that inspires like good vibes.
Yeah.
Like thing like that. What the name there? Like certain gas stations, like certain gas stations like that. There was a distinct, like I remember the day I went and I was like, okay, something changed. They had a talk with her.
You could feel the love.
Like you could feel like just there was a total change. There was a total change. Like you could tell, it's conscious. Like it's conscious how they deal with everybody. You understand? So, I mean. In the government sector, to buy that there.
Bye.
Cause that's a whole cultural thing.
Me just feel like me disturb the
Sometimes you're
people.
there standing up and the people just there watching you on the phone, like
Bye, yeah.
filing the nail and all kind of thing. Good morning, caller. You're live on Island T. What's up?
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
How are you guys doing?
We're okay.
Doing good.
Well, I just want to give a short thing on the presentation of the Prime Minister. And first of all, I must say that as a citizen of St. Kitts and Nevis, I appreciate things done in general and something that will benefit everyone. The double salary that the civil servant will get will probably impact most of us. Who does not impact directly will impact indirectly. At the same time, I look at the Island Main Road where everyone benefits from that. I was thinking that, having said that if the Prime Minister had go and all out and say, hey, look, for those of you who have electricity, I give you like maybe $1,000 off. And if you don't owe $1,000, then when you accumulate that amount, you will have a decrease in that in electricity. So everybody in a broad belt will benefit. We are aware that, having said that during the pandemic, everybody who in private enterprise suffer loss of income, whereas the government administration and those who work for government receive their pay and their salary straight, even though they did not perform the duties of which they were being paid to perform. No fault of theirs. And so therefore, having looked at the whole situation, knowing that any money that's being paid out of the consolidated fund, where the money comes from, all of us have to put our hand to the plow to pay it back, to bring it back to the level. According to the budget, he says that it's a model, to make think it's a model. Well, you and I know that when a model is something is not authentic, it's not unoriginal, it's a model. So it's not sound. And so therefore that's one of the things that to me that should have taken away from the wording of that message. But going together, forward together, I think that we should have done somewhat better with presenting that kind of double salary. And think about the ministers, think about the pensioners who getting money from this double. And government pensioners have not contributed anything because there is no contribution to the pension fund. And they will be getting a double. And people who get in Social Security and who have paid into the Social Security fund will not be getting anything. And those who get in the $500, if you get in Social Security, you wouldn't be getting anything, but you have contributed. So there are a number of things that could be looked at, and things could have been done different. But no matter what you do, one will be criticized, and you expect the criticism, but hopefully that we will be in a better position to do better in the near future. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and continue to see how best you can educate the public. And one will appreciate your presentation. Have a good day.
All right, man.
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Same to you.
Thank you.
But yeah.
I think that well, let's go into talk about the double since that's basically what everybody wanna.
Yeah, but like that even really doesn't talk about. Yeah, it's all civil servants. Y'all get double pay. You done. Congratulations with my quiet face.
Yeah, I think Lady Carla said I think it's worthwhile to note that that money is going to the pockets of the civil servants.
But you ain't really staying there, man.
But they ain't gonna stay there.
As a matter of fact, some of them done spend it before they get, you know.
No, they don't spend that. As a matter of fact, I can tell you something right now. A lot of these people, even though they get they double, they're still broke.
Yeah, easily.
They're still broke.
They have
this
bills,
year going,
they
this
have
year going in,
loans, they
this
have
what?
food to buy, they have clothes to.
If they're smart, we ain't talking about clothes and food and thing. We're talking about like debt that has already been accumulated. That's they're watching them in the face.
All
like,
that that's what they have bills and loans and.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see what this caller is saying. Good morning, caller. You're live on LNT.
Good morning, folks.
Morning.
I think many are euphoric about two words, double salary. But
come bust the bubble, man. Bust it.
Huh?
Come bust the bubble.
It can't be both. it's a fait accompli, right? but as you pointed out, surely a budget can't be just about one-liners intended to impress. Simply using buzzwords like people-centered budget, that's meaningless. What is the direction, the long-term plan, the whole theme of the budget? If you are going to create new pillars in the economy, the budget should reflect that. Otherwise, what you're doing is just tokenism. For instance, increasing the budget of agriculture by 5 million. That's tokenism. That is nowhere near the kind of investment required to make agriculture another pillar of our economy. And the same can be said about the other critical ministries, those that are critical to the diversification that is often talked about. You know, diversification in terms of the green economy, green energy, the blue economy, the new knowledge and entertainment industries, you know, new financial instruments, you know. We talk about diversification all the time, but does the budget actually speak to it? I mean, generally I find the budget useful in that there was a lot of pork barrel in it. People got stuff, you know, to make them feel good today. January is another story, okay? And that's the problem I have with budget, with the kinds of budgets that we present. There's no overarching theme of looking 10, 15, 20 years down the road and say, this is where we want to be, and this is intended to go to get towards it. It seems more like a householder making a budget to scrape through every day, every year, you know? It got to be something more substantial than that. I mean, even take the double salary. One can be critical of that too, you know. You call it burst the bubble. The fact is, it's giving money to people who are largely unaffected over the past 2 years, you know. Civil servants still got the salary.
Yep.
Okay? But other people were really struggling. And I think civil servants would have understood, because I don't think anybody, many were expecting a double salary, yeah? I think they would have understood if, for instance, the Prime Minister said, okay, we're going to give you half of a double salary, and the other half is going towards people who are really down and out during the last 2 years. And those were easy to find, as I said, using Social Security, etc., Social Security reports, etc. Okay? So, you know, they argue whether the budget was really fair to everybody. And, you know, you got to watch the disparities that this COVID thing created. Some people made lots of money, others lost lots of money. And anytime you have a society where there's increasing disparity between the haves and the have-not, you're asking for trouble. Okay? So, yes, I think people are going to be rejoicing. A big segment of people are going to be rejoicing. And, of course, there's the hope that there will be spin-offs from the fact that civil servants would be getting the double salary and spending it. They better be spending it so that others could get a share. Okay? But overall, in terms of what we're going to be doing going forward, it seems as if the government is hoping that we go back to pre-COVID situations in practically all sectors of the economy. Whether or not that happens, I still think we should be looking at diversification and bringing in new stuff, new industries, new economic activity. And I don't think the budget addressed that clearly. Okay then.
All right. Yeah, I think we're on the same page in terms of like how does this budget play into our long-term plan? And again, it always seems so difficult for us to even get to that point and see and look at the economy in that way because of the way our political system is set up, right? You have persons fighting to get re-elected every 5 years.
The long-term plan just works.
Yeah, so the priority is to make sure that there's something that we could boast about in the next 5 years, and so that kind of directs the decisions that we make. But yeah, it's always interesting for me how that goes. So what I think should happen is you have the team, you know, that plays into what's going on, what we think needs to happen over the long term, how this budget plays into that, and then you have the individual ministers who come and speak to their particular ministries and how that plays into what it is that's happening, why the increases happened, and that should also line up with whatever was expressed by the Prime Minister in terms of, hey, this is where we're trying to go as a nation. I think also just having people be aware that this is what the nation is trying to do. I think that goes a long way. Like I always look at...
you know what people going to guess.
Yeah.
And guessing ain't really... That's not a good option when it comes to these kind of things, because then you create narratives that may not be true.
No, but I think part of the thing is I think it's good for the persons in charge, where things are I think things are purposefully vague, because then you to be held accountable and things like that becomes difficult when things were vague in the first place.
Hold me said that's not what I said, so I can't.
Who tell you that?
That's what I said.
It's like a relationship, you You go to the woman and be like, girl, I thought we was. No, that's not what I said.
I've never said that.
I never said.
Where you get that information from? Show me where together.
I thought you love me, girl. No.
That what I say?
I tell you I love you.
But you just act that no. That's not what I said.
Last time you tell me you love me, when you said when you said you love me, what I tell you? You said nice. Exactly.
Show me what the show.
Exactly. But I thought that mean you thought? But no, like
Oh boy. Anyway, somebody just sent me a little thing. I mean, we're still on the budget, but somebody just sent me coming soon business prime for St. Kitts. Amazon pop-up July 16th to the 17th. Oh, next year? Okay, that's good. Amazon services coming to St. Kitts for small businesses so they can order wholesale.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But back to the budget.
That's big.
Yeah, that's huge.
Watch it. I talked about it a couple of weeks ago.
You
yeah.
didn't.
Okay.
The profit as in.
No, okay. I tell you now, if all you feel Amazon, watch it, Westec and KDP and all them there, better start working on the business model now, yeah. Because if I feel Amazon ain't coming directly to windows with a drone in the next couple of years.
I don't get my clothes. If I order my clothes and they reach last week, they're gonna come this week, you know. They
And
don't have to worry.
people ain't understand the necessity. Like, you see, like what going on now. I got some things that I ordered that I really, really needed for Sunday, gone. And I have some things that I need for next week, Monday. Right? And to be honest, I ain't holding my breath. I'm not holding my breath. I am not holding my breath. Like, and so we understand that there's a issue. And I'm gonna tell you guys right, I keep saying it all the time. If you want to make money, if you want to be good business people, all you got to do is solve a problem here.
And what is the problem?
Solve a
currently?
problem.
Shipping.
Watch it. And remember when we were talking about things we want to see for the budget, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that was
Remember, we just. You mean today?
no. Remember we had a discussion like a week ago or 2 weeks ago.
Oh, you might be.
Yeah, when we were talking about things we'd like to see addressed in the budget,
Yeah.
and my
It
thing was
last
like
week,
logistics.
Mm-hmm.
Like, watch here, right? Whoever solved this problem, and I don't tell her what need to happen here.
Rich.
I don't tell her what gonna happen here. Whoever it is, come up with a fleet of drones and forget all this this thing by sea.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever it is, figure out that there.
Problem solved.
Gone clear. You got people right now riding makeshift airplanes into the stratosphere.
Right?
Like, you got people right now.
Souls.
Watch, if they could deliver bombs with pinpoint accuracy halfway across the world in a drone, they could deliver me air fryer.
Easily.
They could deliver me air fryer. Like, like as soon as them man Amazon and just watch it. When Amazon reach the Caribbean, things turn right up.
And they come in July.
And what they need instead of looking and waiting, they need to create the infrastructure that logistics companies like Amazon want to use to partner with, instead of just coming and kicking out all of these companies
just
that providing an essential service. But the truth about it is that they just don't have the capacity to keep up with the demand.
And this is the perfect opportunity. Set yourself in a position where you will be able to do these things. Don't wait till the last minute, because I know we're very reactive here instead of proactive. So
Look, 15 years ago, St. Kitts should have positioned itself as being the port that all the ships in the Caribbean come to, and then disseminate the containers from here. We should have had smaller ships that then we're right in the middle of the archipelago. Let me tell you something, right? You see, all these shipping companies are coming to the Caribbean. You know why shipping costs so high? Because they want to come here. You know why they want to come here? Because they come down with a full tank. Watch the car boat them. The car boat them come down they come in like every week now.
right, that's it. And they say they don't have the money, but anyway.
The car boats them come in almost every week, right? Dropping off all these vehicles and things, right? They come to St. Kitts, they drop off cars. They go down by Antigua, they drop off cars. They go down St. Martin, they drop off couple cars. They go down here, they drop off couple cars. And then do what? Go back empty. You think they ain't gonna spend money to go back up?
Of course they do.
They're spending money to go back. If them ships could just come, boop, drop off in St. Kitts and then go back. You think they think the man would love that there?
Yeah, it would.
Love that. 15 years ago we should have been doing that there.
Well,
All them
yeah.
the cruise ship them doing now. We just begging for them to come in right now. Begging. Please, let me get 4. The port that we're building out there, the deep water port, you see how we're expanding the ports ante?
The second pier?
Yeah, you see how we expand that? We needed to expand the deep water port and a lot of small boats, little small container ships, every week going. Okay, so you come in here, everything that go in Antigua, go. Everything that go in St. Martin. That's your logistics is what we're on the world right now.
Yeah, but we just
Solve a
not-
problem. Just
we
solve a
just
problem,
not
you're going
up-
clear.
Like, I don't understand why we always seem to not have focus, put our focus on things that would actually make money.
I tell
We're
you,
always talking about making money, you know, but we
There's
don't
a couple
actually
things,
do
Jade.
the things that can make money.
a couple of things. We just don't mention one. We just don't mention one of them. The fact that the way our political system is structured, it don't lend itself to that type of innovation. You see how they call it talking about diversification? Diversification without innovation is dead, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it makes no sense just do all kind of other little things. You know, you got to look at what's happening or what the trajectory is in the next 15, 20 years and position yourself now, yeah. But
Not
the people,
wait and
but,
then
but
decide
no-
you're gonna jump
yeah,
into it.
but and then the second and then the thing that we talk about just now is the people them know they want to do that. All they care about is by what can we do to ensure that we get elected in the next 5 years. How we remain in power.
Short-term plans.
So
Short-term plans.
not only that, they
always.
imagine you start a project now that can take maybe 15 years before we start seeing the real fruits of it.
And then somebody
Somebody else come in.
and say, nah, me ain't doing that.
No. They're doing it, you know, because it's done in place, it's happening. But then when it finishes, you ain't the one opening it because you don't lose
Oh,
out of
yeah,
government.
man. And then they make it seem like it's the idea
And it's
all
them
the
idea.
time.
And it's the idea all the time. 'Cause, hey, whoever in is who going to get the credit, yeah.
Yeah, but and that,
Whoever cut
and
the
that
ribbon,
does
yeah.
not foster long-term plans, because then if that's the mindset of everybody, they ain't gonna want to do nothing that going to be
Yeah,
long-term, because
yeah,
they ain't gonna
exactly.
want not
To get the credit.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Imagine I do all this work and then you just come, finish
Exactly.
it, and then you is the person.
That's the only reason we ain't got a bridge to Nevis, Jade.
because they want whoever finish
Because it's
it.
a long-term plan.
Yeah.
Like, you know what can happen? This is what can happen. You're
They
gonna
keep
have.
promising-
You're gonna.
Well, yeah, keep promising it.
Look, some foreign company gonna come, right? Some foreign company gonna come, and you know what gonna happen? For the next 30 years, the company gonna receive all the revenue for it.
And then people gonna come like, oh,
Instead-
man, the
instead-
money going to them, it could have been going to us, but
Instead of having it be locally owned, people look. You want to tell me if you go to people right now and be like, hey, we want to do this thing. We're creating a company, and you could, just to oversimplify it, you could buy shares in this company that is building the bridge to Nevis, right? And so all the money that is collected, then of course you then have part in it. Once it starts turning a profit to dividend and stuff like that, fund it locally. Let the people buy into it. Yeah, you could have foreign investment and things like that.
But
because,
that
you know,
can't just
what
be the
can
only
happen?
option.
Yep. See what? That's the same person that is saying right there.
China
That
gonna come with it.
China, not China, Taiwan.
Taiwan. I was about to say not China.
Taiwan. I could
Taiwan
bet
definitely
any
come
money.
in. They don't start it, though. I bet.
Jade, I could bet any money when we get the bridge to Nevis, Taiwan is who gonna own it.
Matter of fact, the bridge gonna come done built. They're gonna just need to install it.
A pre-bit build.
Yeah.
3 weeks we got a bridge to Nevis.
Each week, as if
3
I
weeks.
bet you.
And then they're entitled to all the revenue for 30 years, and then they
Well,
give
if
it back
they
to us.
build it.
Yeah, and then they give it back to us.
That's it.
In 30 years, the people of Sink is gonna get a touch.
Yep. Watch
yeah.
them flying a pre-built on the same drone they're talking about too, you know. The same drone they're talking about, they're gonna fly in the
They're
bridge and
flighting,
stuff.
yeah. Well, let's see what's going on here. Carlo, good morning. You're live on LNT. What's up?
Hello.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning. I was just wondering if this line was working, because I've been ringing for quite a while.
Hey, working.
Okay, I just want to say this is the first time that I am calling into this particular program, because I've been on many programs before, whether as a panelist there or I've called into many different programs. And I just happened to tune in a few minutes ago and heard the tale of the previous or the last caller, who in my humble opinion continued to be a serious disappointment. I just want to say, firstly, that today, which is the 16th of December, which means, the 15th of December, which means we would have witnessed 349 days so far in the year 2021. 10 more days before Christmas and 16 more days before the end of the year. We would have witnessed some 15 days after the end of the hurricane season. And I think this nation and the Caribbean owe the Master a tremendous amount of gratitude, because we would have heard that it should have been a high in terms of the hurricane season for 2021, and the Master has spared us, and we owe him a tremendous amount of gratitude. And that is something that I take very, very seriously. And I'm very, very happy and proud that we were spared. I think it seemed like you were discussing the budget presentation.
Yeah, we were.
I want to say that the country, the nation, this federation should really, really, honestly thank this government. But I don't think that this country giving the government the credit that the government deserves.
That's why we have you,
man. The government of St. Kitts and Nevis is not getting the credit that the government of St. Kitts and Nevis deserve. Let me ask a question. The government paid a double salary for the first time in 2016. The election was in 2015, which means that constitutionally the election would have been June 2020. But there was a double salary in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. Nowhere else in the world that ever happened. In the first term in an administration, 4 consecutive double salaries because of the outstanding fiscal and prudent management led by the 2 experts who are leading the government. And the country continued to reap the benefits. And that is why when we went into the crisis, mostly the airports in the world were locked down. Locked down, which means that it would negatively affect the flow in terms of income into our country. Because if the airport is closed and the seaport is closed, which means that there are tremendous amount of revenue we will not get. But the government still went on decreasing revenues, taxes, and gave so many safety net to benefit our nation and our people. And the government is still not getting the credit that the government deserves. There are certain people in this country I do not listen anymore. And some of them do not have any moral authority to be on radio anymore.
Okay, sir. Sorry, we have to wrap up soon, so.
Okay.
Point so we could.
Okay, so let me just wrap up and just say that I guess I will take maybe some another time where I will be able to go into in depth quite a bit more, but I just want to say that I continue to be very happy and proud for the excellent and prudent management which we are facing as a country, as a federation, as a nation. So let me just leave it there for now, and may God bless you all, and God bless the proud federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. You take care.
Indeed. This is my thing, though, Jade.
Okay.
I feel like
Same.
no, I feel like there's been a history, right? Of person, particularly on this radio station. Like, don't run from it. Like, don't run from it. Particularly of this radio station, where people respond to people. The callers respond to each other because that's the way that certain shows were structured, right? But not this one here. But I don't just be like, okay. I'll give you an this is my advice, right? I like when people, and one of the things that I think a lot of us need to start doing is to be open to conversations with people who have views that are totally outside of our own. I like having them kind of conversations, eh?
I mean, that's what we do here every day, but you know.
No, what I'm saying is, a lot of times, me and you, we might have similar views on things, right? And so it's cool, like, when we have people who don't necessarily have the same view. Just for the fact that the conversation is interesting. Even just for the fact the conversation is interesting. So sometimes, instead of, like, talking about what that person there said, but you just say what you say. I would have very much liked to hear some of the ways that the government, for instance, deserves the credit. You understand? Tell us what they've been doing.
If you call to tell us the government deserves it, just tell us why.
Just tell us why.
Don't tell us that other people don't agree with you. Okay, this is not a democracy. We agree with everybody.
Look, Jade, I can tell you something, right? I remember one particular time I was at a function, right? And I was talking to a group of people.
Well, lad. Which one are you logging to the Prime Minister account to watch this?
Timo watching? Timo, you're supposed to be preparing for the budget? Why Timo on the Facebook? You ain't supposed to be...
Whoever.
Uncle, you ain't supposed to be preparing for the budget address. Anyway. Priorities, okay?
Go ahead.
So I'm at this event and I'm speaking to a group of people, right? There's a group of men, and the conversation went on for maybe about 20 minutes. And when I was finished, I went to get a bottle of water, and this guy come up to me and he was like, "I expected better, you man." I said,
first of all, that was your first problem.
Yeah, you done gone wrong.
You
done gone wrong. You're setting expectations.
No, sir.
So I said, "But what are you talking about?" The man said, "But I see you over there talking to them fellows over there, man. Like, you know what them man into?" I said, "No, what they into?" The man said, "But them man believe all kind of weird things, Illuminati and so yeah."
But you believe them. You believe them though.
No, but this is somebody that I know, so he has he has an idea of what my worldview is and stuff like that, right? My principles and stuff like that. The man said, "But them people, I would expect it to be like." I said, "Brother, them is the people I want to talk to."
Why would you just...
Them is the people I want to talk to, yeah. Like, not the people who all believe like me and have the same worldview as me. And
so boring.
Them is the people, interesting the conversation was over there.
I tell you, right, one time, and we're going to a break just now. One time, right, a friend introduced me to somebody who doesn't believe in the world. They think the earth is flat.
Oh, flat earthers.
Oh my
and
God.
Agnostics.
Why?
And what the other word is?
Remember.
Yeah,
But
atheists.
Yes. Yeah, who you saying believe in none.
And apparently there's a narrative going around that I'm an atheist.
Of joy. Okay, well,
Like I've heard people like, "You're talking to us, you don't believe in God, right?"
But why do you?
But even so,
Okay, that's my belief, but okay. But how you get to this? I tell you that there's belief some wild stories about you know Megan like
Me
you.
know what we're going on, Jade.
But talking to these type of people, fun. You know, the man tell me that there's a projection that shows us the stars and the
There's
moon,
a big projection.
and the planes don't leave the atmosphere, and all. And I said, huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not like
People like who Jade? Who Jade you mean?
I don't know.
He
Jade.
can't mean me.
There's many Jades.
It got to be. I know him, me.
But what I'm saying is, it's not even to be dismissive. It's not to be dismissive, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just interesting to understand other people's point of view.
Indeed.
Like why people feel like you should only just like
I agree with them.
talk to people who agree with you.
That don't make no
And
sense.
give time and energy to people who have the same views as you. Like what you can't even have an appreciation for the world you're actually living in. Because you can't escape the fact that these people here. As a matter of fact, they might help to strengthen your views or even undermine some of the things that you would have held as being true.
Yeah, but I don't.
Like, you don't know. You don't know. People, we always talk about the New Year's resolutions and things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's a New Year resolution, but every time around this time, I always, the one thing that I always say I need to do better going forward is just talking to people.
I know.
I don't generally like people.
I said before this show, whenever you talk to people outside of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't generally like people.
I know.
Right?
We don't. Well, they
But
didn't.
but the thing is, it's very. For me, it's very important to interact with other human beings and learn from other human beings.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like just. One of the things too is uncomfortable for me to just randomly go up and have conversations with people. White people, I don't know how y'all do it.
Yeah, you listen.
Yo,
What?
them they're
Why
pre-wired. Them they're pre-wired for that.
No
there.
matter who it is, you know. The level of confidence you have to exude for you to just talk to anybody.
I mean, talking about like hi, you know.
No.
I'm talking about full-blown conversation. Tell me about
Meaningful conversations these people let's have with absolute strangers randomly on the sidewalk at 5 p.m.
Yo,
How do they do it?
I was at the gym one day, right, Jade? And I'm there like arms burning from the workout, right? Just trying to recover. And this woman just come up to me and she was just like, you know, our parents really do mess us up as kids, you know.
Valid point, but
Jade, me workout done. We stayed there for a half hour talking about how parents mess up the children.
because it's true. It is true.
Workout done.
Just like that, she catch you by.
But
Just
she
like
catch
that,
me.
she disrupt you.
I mean, whole workout gone in.
But she was correct.
Yeah.
She was very correct.
And even if she wasn't, it would have just been cool to hear what she got to say.
Yeah, why you feel like parents just messing up the children? Why is this a thought that you have?
No, Jade, that ain't really where the conversation went here.
Of you?
No, you know the conversation went?
Where?
To how her parents messed her up.
Well, I mean. So the call was coming from inside the house.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
She just said, you know what, let me tell somebody how these people
It
do
was
me.
probably
Yeah,
on her mind. It was probably on her mind.
yeah, she was
but
like,
she needed somebody to talk to.
she looked around, she see, Rasta man. They're usually nice. Let me talk to him. No, it's true. Think about it. Talking to who, if you see a bunch of people, right, and you see a Rasta man between you, that's who you're talking to first?
Yeah.
Because
Generally,
Yeah.
Generally, Rasta man.
the Zen,
The conscious,
yeah,
the pretty open.
that's who you're supposed to have conversations with.
It's ironic because a lot of you would think that a lot of white people be afraid of the Rasta man then because they're born out Roman, so. But no.
Yeah, but if I'm home, so they can.
No, see, and that's what I tell people. There's a difference between like being conscious and being proud of your black heritage and so, and being racist. Like,
Yeah. I will
like-
play from home. So you just assume that I from, well, yeah, because they assume all of us from Africa, so. And then we're gonna win water and all kind of story. By them,
Actually, yeah.
that was a wild time in life, you know? When they used to think that we just. Imagine, right? You talking to somebody on the internet and they're asking you if you got internet. So how this conversation happening?
What?
Yeah, man, y'all got internet over there, y'all. Let's be outside in the that. Eat it, like, bruh. 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 You're doing too much. You relax in your trailer park. You got internet? How you got internet?
McDonald's.
Oh, it's sure. Wi-Fi strong.
Wi-Fi is strong.
Like the Sprite.
Bye. But yeah. We're talking about the budget, no?
Yeah, and we also need to take a break. You say the man just stress off? Be kinder to your fellow men, please. That's all we're gonna ask of y'all.
Alright guys, we're gonna be right back. We're going Island Tea right here and we made the SKN. Stick and stay.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib. It's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
Horseman's Automotive presents Pay Nothing Sales Event. That's right, for VAT Days this December, Horseman's Automotive, the Federation's favorite auto dealer, will offer Pay Nothing on VAT on all selected models. You heard right, pay no VAT on all select vehicles. Pay nothing in down payment. Pay nothing for bill of sale. Pay nothing for servicing for 12 months. Pay nothing on groceries or pay nothing on gas for up to 3 months. Your choice. Pay nothing on registration and licensing. Pay nothing for tinting and accessories. And there's more. There is absolutely nothing to worry about with our unbeatable financing package. So come in now and reserve your vehicle today for VAT Days in December and pay nothing on VAT on select models. Pay nothing on bill of sale. Pay nothing on groceries or gas for 3 months. Pay nothing on registration, tinting, accessories, servicing, and more. Come help us make much ado about nothing. It's Horseman's Automotive Pay Nothing Sales Event 2021. Paying nothing and feeling good. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Island Tea right here on Min Media SKN. It's still hump day.
Wow. It's the middle of the month and the middle of the week.
Indeed.
What a
Indeed.
coincidence.
What a coincidence. But guys, we were talking about the budget. But now for some actual good news.
Yeah. And yeah, keep in mind the budget isn't over. It's long.
Yeah, we're there too. We're on there too now.
Yeah, I think today it's supposed to be Aquila and
Opposition is supposed to respond to the two, right?
Uncle Doug is supposed to come on 10 o'clock. You know, the people going to lock in for that. Because you know why?
Dougie should just come on and be like, yo.
Hey, what he going to say, you know, it's how he going to say it.
You know, Dougie should just come on and be like, but really and truly, I just do what I want, yo. So let's move on.
Yo, I would die as him. I would die. Imagine if the man really come on and say, watch you.
I got more than us.
That's why.
Budget can pass. Let's just.
We're gonna say this. Let's just. Why I got me here? I could be doing something else though. But yes, listen to Uncle Longy, who will be coming up next. But for some good news, because you know we have to break up the show with some type of good news, lad, man. Full professor. Oh me, I don't go wrong. Full professorship for Patricia Kingori, a historic first for Oxford. By the way, this is a daughter of the soil. Her mom actually runs the Grange.
Yeah, runs the Grange. Yeah.
Yes, so this is why this story, because people can be like, well, what has got to do with us? This is why. This is important. Our senior research fellow, Patricia Kingori, has this term become one of the youngest women to be awarded a full professorship in Oxford's 925-year history, and the youngest black professor at Oxford or Cambridge.
That's big vibes.
925 years.
Yes, Jade. People have been going to university for thousands of years.
That's okay. But first, wait,
No,
youngest?
She's one of the youngest. So yeah, so one of the youngest.
Wow.
Mhm.
And the youngest black professor. That's vibes.
Yeah,
That's
big vibes. I
Yeah,
tell you,
man.
big vibes.
Professor Kingori, a sociologist based at Essex Center and the Wellcome Center for Ethics and Humanities, was awarded this historic distinction in recognition of the quality and global impact of her research on academia and beyond. Patricia is currently the recipient of a highly prestigious Wellcome Senior Investigator Award and leads an interdisciplinary term of researchers exploring global concerns around fakes, fabrications, and falsehoods in the 21st century. She has consistently obtained large and competitive funding grants, written frequently cited and impactful publications, supervised numerous DPhil students, and taught hundreds of students during her time of Oxford. To have my body of work recognized in this way is a great honor, and I am deeply grateful to the many people who have inspired and supported me so far.
Nice. But yeah, congratulations.
Yes.
Are in order, big achievements. And I think it's important for us to point out things like this, right?
I think so too.
Persons who are from St. Kitts, people who have a background here in St. Kitts, were educated here in St. Kitts, going out into the wider world and doing amazing things. I think that there's more Kittitians outside the St. Kitts than in St. Kitts. That's the first thing.
Definitely, because the country
And
small
a lot of us are doing amazing things outside. That's one of the things. Maybe in the next budget they could allocate some money for that, to really putting together a directory of Kittitians in the diaspora, and so they become resources that we could tap into. We have Kittitians here in Kittitians in the diaspora who are big in education, who are professors at other universities, who are in the movie industry. We got Kittitian. Is a Kittitian that produced The Price is Right?
We heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, like works at
Information
yeah.
that is necessary. Because a lot of y'all grew up on The Price is Right.
Mm.
Y'all parents force y'all every weekday when y'all home from summer vacation and Christmas vacation to watch The Price is Right. And sorry, not your parents, your grandparents.
Yeah,
So
Kittitians working on that. We got Kittitians who
So
are actors.
that's big vibe. That's what we need to talk to. Because
Yeah.
how do you The Price is Right?
We have Kittitians who are big in the music industry, Sony music executives with backgrounds here in St. Kitts, all of these kind of things.
The guy who is a part of, what's that team?
Philadelphia 76ers, Deswan. Big up Deswan one time.
We still need to talk to them.
Yeah, I need to talk to Deswan.
But yeah, Kittitians
I think Deswan cousin will listen. Hey, Deswan cousin who worked down the post office. Tell him hit me up. He always give me the messages from Deswan. So
you will pass on the message since you're done there.
yeah.
But yeah, I think I think it's very important that we highlight Kittitians and Nivisians who are doing things in and around the diaspora. Because a lot of the times people just feel like it's only people who live here doing things. But the people who don't live here but claim rep their Kittitian roots,
These are big resources, and not only that, like we should also offer them our support. So that look, it needs to become a thing. Let me tell you something, right? One of the reasons people would hire like Jamaicans, Trinidadians and stuff like that is because they understand if you place these people in position, they get support from everybody from that same background,
Yeah,
and so we need to also support the people from here who go overseas and do big things. We need to support them when there's movies. So for instance, the movie that come in here that include 3 Kittitian actors and Kittitian Kittitian people.
They're literally coming on the show when they get, because they're coming home to.
They're coming home to
premiere.
the screening,
So
right?
they're going to be here. They're going to be here talking about the good up movie.
Right. We need to support them.
Definitely.
You understand? It ain't just about looking at them like, but what we could get from them, what we could get from them, what we could get from them.
Yeah.
Right? but also recognizing that we need to support them so that persons in position of power continue to place persons from the same background in those positions, understanding that the support is coming with them. You understand?
Indeed.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was your good news for today. On to terrible things happening in and around the Caribbean, and we're starting in Nevis.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. It's Jade's picks.
Don't do that, Fred. Don't do that. This is a really bad news, per se.
Good news.
Yeah, depending on which side of the fence you're on.
No, it's good news all around.
Okay. So, 29-year-old Nivision charged for attempted murder.
Which one of the murders this was? Attempted murders.
I mean, tell you. So, 29-year-old Irvin Allen of Church Ground, Nevis, has been formally arrested and charged for attempted murder of Ivan James and Aldred James. Oh, double.
Think you give it to people?
Yeah, man. Allegedly. Allen committed the offense on November 28th, 2021 in Brown Hill, was charged on December 11th, 2021 and remanded at Her Majesty's Prison. Both men were in a vehicle driving to Brown Hill area when two unknown assailants came out of another vehicle and fired several shots at them on November 28th.
Wow.
Aldra received abrasion wounds to his arm and abdomen, and Ivan received a gunshot to his leg.
Wow.
Yeah, jail.
Hey, police do I work here?
Yeah, bye. Big up ourselves one time. I mean, we don't usually big up the police here because they just do a lot of nonsense.
I don't big up the police.
But when they do good things, they deserve their recognition. So
yeah, I think it's very important that, and particularly for crimes of this nature, that someone is held accountable.
indeed,
And not only someone, but the right people.
the person who should be
Right.
held accountable.
Yeah, it's very important. I mean, yeah, when we have a situation where you live in a society where a lot of these kinds of crimes go unpunished, then
Unsolved.
one, you got a lot of people who feel like there's no consequence for these types of actions, right? That's one. But two, we live in a society where a bunch of the people who do these things just walking around among us
Every day, chilling.
and emboldened to do it again.
Yeah, I'd say right now there's literal serial rapists just walking around
Yeah.
doing things.
A lot of killers too.
Yeah, and they're just out here. No punishment, just vibes.
Hey, killers, big up yourself. Hey,
Bye.
guys, I ain't coming to
You're pandering.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am, Jade. I ain't cutting no style.
You are pandering.
I'm not denying it one bit.
God damn it. man.
Pandering to the murderers. That's crazy. That's crazy, yo.
Trust me.
That's wild.
That is.
That's
Oh
wild.
boy. You see the story up in was it Grenada? Where they found a boat full of.
Oh,
with
we were
7
supposed to
dead-
talk about that yesterday.
Yeah, I saw. Unfortunately,
Get the people a little one now.
Let me see if I can find it. Unfortunately, I saw a photo from it, and oh boy, traumatizing. Yeah, man. They many type of pictures you need in your system.
Yo,
That's all.
let me tell you something, right? I read I had this start the other day, and I'm sure I could find a statistic somewhere, because there's a statistic for everything.
Of course.
How much dead people you think you've seen by time you're 10? A lot.
It is.
A load of how many murders, whether it is fictional or real or whatever, you've seen by time you're like 15?
Yeah, cause
A load
you're
there.
watching TV and stuff, but you see when you're watching it on TV.
All you got to do is watch one John Wick. You got your quota for life.
Cool. Speaking of, I watched John Wick 3.
You watch it?
Again.
Me watch it yet.
Yeah, I watched it on Netflix for free.
I know, I
so
saw
you're
it now.
good.
I saw it.
I watched it before, but I watched it again. I said, bye. There's a lot of bodies, man.
A lot of headshot.
What is it, bruh?
Everything's a headshot there.
This is a lot. And overkill too. That's the only thing I didn't like. Like, I feel like he was wasting a lot of bullets because like he all of his shots are fatal shots. So what you need to shoot the person like 20 times.
That's what he was doing in this movie?
Yeah, bro.
Kind of past in the other two movies, like he was very efficient with the
No.
bullets.
This one he was just the
Oh,
budget
yeah.
went up or something because
Maybe he just more emotional, so he indiscriminately shooting.
it was stressful.
All you gotta do, Jay, is go back to the thing from
I don't
yesterday.
think
No?
I did the same one over and over. Maybe
No, I just go back. I could be able to go back and see
Okay,
them.
well, you could. Did we talk about the Antigua minister?
Yesterday, no.
Okay, we're missing some things. Okay, so let's do those ones quick. I found it.
Found it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Grenada police. 7 adult males found decomposed in a boat. Yeah, but trust me, do not
7, you know.
go watch them pictures. For your peace of mind, save yourself the trouble.
Don't say JD one, are you?
I'm telling you, I'll learn from the mistakes of others. Okay?
Sound advice.
Yes. So the Royal Grenada Police Force has officially confirmed that the bodies of 7 males were found in a vessel drifting near Curacao. It states officers assigned to the Northern Division responded to a report of a drifting vessel in the vicinity of Gunpoint, Curacao on December 12th. Why did the place called Gun? Anyway, me not know. The boat was retrieved and towed to Harvey Vale by the Grenada Coast Guard, where several adult male bodies were discovered in a decomposed state. Specialized units of the force are presently analyzing personal effects and devices found on board the vessel, following which a comprehensive update will be provided. Police investigations are ongoing. What do you think could have happened to these 7 people?
Come on, Jade. Everybody knows what happened to these 7 people. Everybody know what happened to these 7 people, Jade.
7 is a lot, you know.
Yep.
7 is a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep.
The Grenada thing looked like some Pirates of the Caribbean stuff. Indeed,
That's
boy.
exactly what it was actually.
Boy.
Pirates of the Colombian. Oh, Caribbean. Oh, sorry.
Go home.
No, dyslexia. So sometimes the dyslexia act up, Jade.
You know, I understand. Somebody who suffers with ADHD myself.
But Jade, you just can't keep still, yeah. You just can't.
I think my ailments are not a joke.
Jade cannot keep still. Been here about 4 times before 8 o'clock. Jade telling me, you start the show now. Start it.
I'm like,
Let's guys skip them thing there. Okay, no, leave it. 2 minutes later, it's 3 to 8 here, Jade. You want to split ads and start the show? No, just leave it. You need to go.
I'm glad you don't judge me now.
No, Jade. No, I appreciate it.
As by a weird in real life.
Axman must have seen the video, eh?
I tell you something, I keep telling you something with him now.
The man literally calls himself Axman.
That's true.
Speaking of which, you know that there's a cult called Black Axe where they actually have like black axes.
No.
I think in Jamaica now, you know. Jamaica, like, they got a lot of guys.
What Jamaica by?
I can find it. Go ahead.
How is Jamaica turning into the cult parish of the world? Like, wow.
Oh, bye.
Trust me, Jamaica is Florida, you know. Jamaica is the Florida of the Caribbean. Yeah.
Wow, that's.
No, honestly, because the things that has happened in Jamaica, if it happened anywhere else, you would be like, what the hell? But when you see Jamaica, you'll be like, this kind of makes sense. Same thing with Florida.
Okay, so the Black Axe cult.
Oh, my mother's.
The Black Axe cult. They're in
Where is it called? Oh, is that called for true?
Yeah,
Nigeria's mafia cult.
Yeah, and I think somebody's telling me that they feel some of them in Jamaica.
I wonder if one is the man why is he drinking goat blood by? You know he died.
The man who drink the goat blood?
Yeah, they kill him.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but they get rid of that early. They said, hey, you're doing too much. Too much, boy. We talk about it.
Yeah, oh yes.
Yeah, boy. Woo.
Oh, things going on in the Caribbean. Watch here.
Strange. Don't forget that word. Strange things are happening.
You see why people be thinking in the last days?
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
No, that's understandable.
Perilous times.
Bye. But yeah, let's touch on that conversation that we were supposed to have yesterday. Which is so is it me right as them?
Yes, they look alike, Jade. Yes.
Okay.
They all look alike.
I literally scrolling the story like.
Is the same person? No, it's not the same person.
No, because one is a Dominican priest that was cleared of inappropriate behavior, and the other one was a education minister that is now free of all educational charges. I mean, all criminal charges.
Yeah.
They both look like twins.
Yeah.
It's strange, but
none of them got locks.
None, just bald head clear with a big face.
You realize you don't see no Rastaman in none of these stories?
Because I tell you, we ain't on them kind of meditation. We burn a spliff now and again and meds. You ain't gonna catch us in these things often, because there's
other things that we might got in, but not these things. Yeah. Rastaman don't get caught up in these things. Yeah.
Not. There's if it happens, it's an anomaly. Because I remember.
Even if you're in a Rasta man, you just got locks, you don't get caught up in these things.
No, bye.
The locks that ground you.
It's the man who locks
It's
falling
like
out and so they start to act up.
For sure, you know.
When your locks start to fall out, you just lose your man.
Well, of course, if you lose it, okay.
You lose your locks.
The locks
Samsung?
like the
Is
locks.
Samsung?
Samsung, yeah.
Samsung. Samsung.
Delilah bye. Anyway, right.
Bye, anyway.
Delilah bye.
So, former education minister now free of all charges. This is in Antigua, people.
We did speak about this some months ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
The High Court of Antigua and Barbuda has ruled in favor of former education minister and member of parliament for All Saints West, Michael Brown, who was accused of 2 serious criminal charges. Brown appeared relieved when he heard that the Justice Colin Williams was not satisfied with the Crown. He appeared relieved when he heard that Justice Colin Williams was not satisfied with the Crown, that the Crown met the proof of burden. The judge
The burden of proof.
Yes. The judge spent 2 hours going over the evidence presented by the judge-only trial. In the end, he weighed evidence from both sides and could not convict the politician.
See, this was my whole point at the time.
Yeah, it was.
At the time, I was like, Jade, we gotta stop doing this thing. They're trying people in the court of public opinion.
I always guilty.
Remember what they did. I think the party had actually suspend him or something. What they did?
Yeah, they suspended him, I think.
Yeah, and I was just like, but the man ain't nothing proven yet.
No, thank you.
Nothing proven yet, and it's like as if you seem weak or whatever. You know what? And I keep saying the problem with these cases does be the problem with these cases does be if you at any point just point out to the fact that hey, there's been no proof, there's been no case, there's been no nothing, you are assumed to be defending the perpetrator, or you're somehow disrespecting the cries of the accuser.
But
no,
we actually have because every time we hear a story that it's true.
Come on, like many a men have been threatened by women by saying, I'm gonna say you do this and I'm gonna say you do that. Yeah. Like many a men. You understand? So, bye. And the problem with this is when these things happen, what happens now, it takes away some of the energy from the movement to get the real predators off the street.
Yeah. We see
because we don't put all the energy into this thing and then, oh, okay, well.
We see
that's a waste of time. So when we see other situations happen now, it's kind of like a little more, no, just deal with people with grace based on fact. And let the facts speak for themselves.
That's what.
And not only that, persons are going to have to get, and the thing about it too, people are going to have to get wiser about how they interact with people, because again, being able to go and prove your position and prove your point is very important. And so you have to be aware that, hey, if something is happening that I am uncomfortable with, I have to find some way to document it or get somebody to corroborate what I'm here.
Trust me, proving these things, especially if it's he said, she said, oh, don't even. That is difficult. Yeah, but congratulations to that minister. Hopefully now that it was deemed.
Watch it. Whatever you're doing to even create a situation where you could end up in the situation,
stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
That's all.
Find yourself, if you're not married, find yourself a nice wife, marry, settle down, get some kids, and then
stay out the way.
And then show your cell phone.
Yeah. Stay out the way, man. Take this as an opportunity.
And go some locks.
Yes, you are bald head right now. Start the process. It's never too late unless it's too late.
It might be too late for him, yeah.
Yeah, no, that.
The level of baldness.
No, he could come back from that, man.
Grass don't go in concrete, yeah.
Oh dear. Well, speaking of things that no, I don't think that's appropriate for this one.
Okay, let's go.
Let me not do that. Let me not. Oh boy, let me not. This one is a little too drastic for that one. So it says 2 goat farmers were found dead in bushes and with hands bound. Guess where this happened?
If I have to take one guess, goat farmers, dead, bushes, hands and legs bound. Jamaica?
Yep, indeed. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, 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 boy. Oh boy. That country. That country.
But, hey.
That country is wild. So, the Westmoreland police are probing the grisly killing of 2 goat farmers whose bodies were found in bushes with their hands bound and what appeared to be gunshot wounds on Tuesday morning. The deceased men have been identified as 65-year-old Henry Jones and 42-year-old Brian Chambers.
65?
And 42. Both of Crowder, Grange Hill in the parish. Reports from the police are that at about 8:45 a.m. the 2 bodies were discovered in the bushes in the Mint Road area of Grange Hill. Both men reportedly left their homes around 6 a.m. on Monday with roughly 200 sheep and goats. Later that afternoon, residents became suspicious when some of the animals returned, but the farmers didn't. Oh boy. The police were called and a search launched. 4 goats identified as some of the farmers' missing goats were found in the Peggy Barry section of Grange Hill. The search for the farmers, however, proved fertile on Monday. The bodies were discovered Tuesday morning with their hands bound behind them after the police and the residents resumed their search. This sound like a robbery, Bengali? No?
Yeah, it sound like to me.
What sound like to you?
Okay, so goat farmers, you thinking they're probably going through some hills? It's a hilly area.
Oh, you think they walk on somebody patch?
Not even. Maybe
Okay,
just,
okay.
It's like sometimes you end up in the wrong place at the wrong time.
They might have said something that was woozy.
Yeah.
Bye. Like you walked onto a crime while it's happening. Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
That's one of my worst fears, you know.
Just being in the wrong place at the wrong time
Boy,
and having to pay a serious consequence for that.
The amount of people who have been in the wrong places at the wrong time and has paid with their life. Scary.
I've heard stories. It's not pretty. It's not pretty.
Well.
Basically, stay up the hills.
Yeah.
Early morning. Stay up the hills early morning.
Going up there. And late at night. 2 times that crime can happen. I mean, crime happens anytime, eh? But these type of crimes that would lead to you being murdered usually happen early morning and late at night. So, avoid,
yeah. But condolences to them families, because...
Boy, that's... Imagine...
Like 65, you know, Jade.
And 45.
You think you make it, yeah? Like that, like you think you make it. You think you make it. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the deal is. Who knows?
Yeah, we don't know what happened, but that's just rough. I'm not gonna lie, that's just...
It's just that I don't believe that there's a situation where they would have bound their own legs and caused their own demise.
I don't think so either, friend.
I think it's pretty much, we could pretty much conclude that somebody else was involved.
And in Jamaica, you know, usually it's either the police get you or the community get you. So you choose. Like I saw that recently a man who I think he either murdered or injured a child. Boy, he had to deal with that. They didn't kill him, eh? They didn't kill this one, but...
Yeah.
Jungle justice in Jamaica?
Remember, there's a lot of places where the authority in the area is not the police.
Nope.
No, it's not the police. So, things like that happen in situations like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's vigilante justice. I'm not a fan at all. I'm not a fan at all. Especially considering that we just spoke about a story there where sometimes the people that you suspect and thing ain't even involved in. Yeah, people need the right to defend themselves.
Indeed. So you want to talk about Dubai?
What are Dubai stories again?
They are now the first paperless government.
Let's talk about that because that was one of the things that I said I was hoping to hear from in this budget.
No, we're still on the paper thing, man.
We're still on the paper thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I don't know where
so the budget speeches, them and got the iPads and so?
No, they're waiting now. Where would they? That would be uncivilized. Why would they use technology and the advancements that were given to us as a people, and they could just kill the trees? Yeah. But man,
No, I think the speeches are still on paper. They're still like the
really? I was being sarcastic at them.
No, they're like the leather, that leather binder that comes out that costs like way too much money.
I was just really being sarcastic, Like I was hoping that my sarcasm would foster something, but no, they're still using paper. Okay, wow. Well, Dubai becomes world's first paperless government. Officials in Dubai acknowledged on Saturday that the Emirate had become the world's first paperless government, thereby achieving the goal of the Dubai Paperless Strategy. It was established in 2018. The Dubai Paperless Strategy is fully implemented across Dubai. No Dubai government employee or consumer will require to print any paper documents or transactions unless they wish to do so. Printing can be done at a variety of locations, including service and typing centers. The Dubai Paperless Strategy was conducted in 5 phases. Each involved a distinct set of Dubai government organizations. The strategy had fully implemented throughout all 45 government entities in the Emirate. It is executed through 5 phases. Why does the article feel like they're just saying the same thing over and over?
That's loop, no?
No, Breezy.
Oh.
Breezy Scroll, get together. What is this? More than 1,800 digital services and over 10,500 important transactions are provided by these organizations. These are lots of phases.
Yeah.
But good news for Dubai.
No, but I think we could use this as an example, correct?
Yes. Who should I
one
send
of
this
the, one
to?
of the things, and who should you?
Who said I should send this article to so I can read it?
John Elka, you like
Let me
over
send
there.
it to it, actually.
Maybe remind him that we're supposed to be going to Dubai.
Yes.
Just be like, hey, just send you this. I thought it was interesting. By the way, quick reminder.
He don't know everything you just said. No, he's preparing for Parliament.
No, he in Parliament right now, man. In Parliament. But what I'm saying is that I keep talking about us using our side, the advantages that are afforded to us based on our size, the economies of scale. I think is the term. We small, Jade.
I know.
That is like we small. We supposed to be innovating faster than all these big countries.
Bruh, and
We're supposed to be partnering. We're supposed to be partnering with companies that want to implement certain types of technologies to become examples for the rest of the world. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what we need to be doing.
I
You know
agree.
why? We're small. It's supposed to be easy for us to do these things.
And yet here we are.
No, that don't mean every new technology come up we're supposed to run go behind and things. Some of these things beta testing, and so we don't always want to be the guinea pig. You understand?
No, definitely not.
But again, if we have a long-term plan, there needs to be things that fit into the long-term plan, and then we look for we look for companies, we look for countries, we look for persons offering services, expertise that line up with what it is we're trying to achieve.
And it only going to benefit us in the long run anyway.
Yeah.
And that's what we're supposed to be trying to achieve.
Like
Long-term longevity. And these are the things that we need to do to get there.
a lot of times we always look at the fact that we're small, and we always see it as disadvantage.
Who does see it at a disadvantage? And they just ring out these songs that say we're small, but what do you mean?
The people singing the songs don't make decisions, Jade. Except for Congress.
That is a good joke. That is a good
but we
joke,
have a
friend.
call on the line. Caller, good morning, 11 Island T. What's up?
Yes, good morning again. Great
Morning.
observation. I mean, you should go to the top of the class for that. The fact that you made the observation that we are small and therefore we are ideal incubators for innovation. You know, we have not leveraged our small size enough. Okay, because obviously size has, large sizes have advantages in terms of economies of scale, but a small country should be easier to manage, okay? And it produces benefits like good COVID numbers, etc. That's not just due to good management, it's due to a small size, okay? And so I think we should leverage our small size better than we have been doing in the past. And hopefully they take that idea, your idea, on board and try to attract companies, firms, business entities to use our size to model things. Okay? That in itself can be a new industry. All right? Okay then.
All right, Carl, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But yeah, Jade, like I look at things that's happening in some of these countries, and and really what I'm hearing from the article is that, hey, we had a goal, we developed a strategy, and we implemented the strategy over time.
It didn't happen overnight.
It has to be purposeful.
Was stages. You see, when they said they started, 2018.
To me, that's quick and all. To me, that was quick.
But probably because they had a long-term goal and vision, and they said they broke it down into different phases. So it probably made it easier to transition.
It must be purpose. It must be purpose. There must be purpose. It must be purposeful. It must be strategic. Like even, for instance, we talk about one here, right? That we believe needs to happen, which is the digitization of all government records, right?
Well, I guess the job. Just guess the job.
Like that.
We're gonna fix
people,
it.
That needs to happen. That needs to happen.
I still cannot understand how we still in big 2021, you know.
We don't have a court. We don't have a courthouse abandoned here.
And they're still using the same strategy. Paper, bro, what burns? Paper. What gets wet and destroyed? Paper. What goes mold? Paper. Why are we using paper when we need to be using a digital platform that is secured?
Nobody even saying stop using thing, but you can't just depend on paper.
No,
like
there should be no reason why all your hospital records, your court records, these paper.
You don't realize when you go to most of these places for records, they still use typewriters, right? Like, that's the thing. I'd be like, where did they find the typewriters? Where did they even find the ink for the typewriters?
If the typewriter got them, where are you finding the parts?
That's what I'm telling you. I believe there is a whole industry that is just geared around providing circuits with all the things that they need. I believe there's a company out there that going, hey, we could make a lot of money off of circuits. Because they're the only place using typewriters.
You know how ridiculous that is? As we're supposed to be at a place where when I go to the hospital, I don't have to wait for the doctor to go pull out this big paper file that's falling apart with all my records. It's supposed to be on a computer.
Jade, You're
supposed to just type in your login.
I'm so glad that now you have to wear a mask when you're going to government institutions. Because it would have looked bad with me pulling up my mask before this. With all the mold that coming out of the records when I go in there.
No, make me I just ain't trying to get sick. Make them my man. I just really not trying to get sick.
And the other thing would be linking all government institutions on the same digital platform.
Nope.
Like I saying, it's always good when we see companies, different agencies innovating and digitizing certain services and stuff like that. We talk to them all the time. You have Inland Avenue that come in here talk about it, Social Security come in here talk about it, etc. The problem is that all of these are being developed separately, and so it is going to be virtually impossible to link these platforms afterwards. Yeah. Right? What needs to happen is we do it in stages. So we have one big government platform, right? And then we work. Okay, let's focus on Inland Revenue. Let's focus on Social Security. Let's focus on the Office of the Prime Minister. Let's focus on until we get to a point where all of these entities in the government are part of this huge government. Not only network, like physical network where they all passing information, but all the apps, the same program. So even when somebody leaves or transfers from one department to the next department, they don't have to go learn back over a whole new system. You understand? It's all the same system, whether you're working at the Ministry of Education or you're working at the Ministry of Tourism. Whether you're working at Inland Revenue or you're working at you just have access to the part of the system that you have access to. You understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah. But Amy, to understand, Yeah. Amy,
It just takes some political will is one thing that will be lacking with these things, right? Resources, of course, but again, just like I was saying, just like the caller was saying.
Money for all kind of things.
Lord have mercy.
We just find
Hey,
money for all.
let me tell you something, right,
kind of
Jade?
things.
Let me tell you something. And this is something that a friend of mine has steadily been pointing out. And I said, and steadily is a pun, so he know who I'm talking to. Right?
Mm-hmm.
If governments across the world gave half the amount of energy that they give to COVID, that they gave and put half that energy into global warming, into income disparity, into world hunger, into climate change, into all,
A lot of problems would be fixed.
just half the energy,
Not even the full thing, just half.
half
A
the
lot of
energy and
problems
resources.
would be fixed as
This
they
is-
just talk. They
Wait,
just talk.
look,
They're always
Jade,
just talking.
People got upset when persons were like, how the vaccine them get developed so quick? I know the answer was twofold. We had already been working on things like this before because we had similar coronaviruses before. But the second part of it was, we throw money at it.
So you could throw money at this.
So-
I tell
so-
you, the
so-
only throw money at things that affect them,
So Jade,
because corona affects everybody, no
So-
matter what side of the world you're from.
so think about it. You are a citizen of this beautiful planet we call Earth.
Yes.
You
love
see
it.
all these problems all the time that nobody could seem to fix, that nobody could seem to come to grips with, that nobody could seem to agree with, nobody could come up with a plan to. And then you're trying to tell me that you figure out this big, huge, another global crisis,
Yeah,
and you figure it out
something that
in
you
6
cannot
months?
see.
You figure it out in 6 months, and you're telling me you just throw money at it? We throw money at some of these other things,
If that's the solution to this, well, where do you think the solution to other things be?
and you're vexed because people ain't believe you?
No, exactly. This is why, because there are things that we could see. We could literally see people dying daily from hunger, as in we could see people.
Jade, people till this day and age ain't got clean water. And one of the thing about it, right? This is the funny thing about the water situation, yeah.
You could have done the fix, by the way. Long time.
Yeah, I could have done me fix. But the thing that's interesting for me, an interesting fact, there's no new water, yeah.
Yeah, they ain't got to. They
Like-
got to rebel water.
Like all water that exists now has existed from the start of the planet.
Same water.
There's no new water.
So how y'all can't fix it?
When I heard that for the first time, right, and it was explained to me as to, yeah, bro, like there's no new water. Like there's water cycle, like that's a real thing. It's just the same water round and round in the earth. Like we can't create more water.
You was like,
That's like weird.
that's not good.
Like just think about that for a minute. You literally somebody buy a bottle of water, yo. So in other words, let me not put it on the camera. This company does not make water. You know what they do?
Bottle it.
They bottle it. They create plastic. They're a plastic company, not a water company.
Nope. Yeah.
And we live in a world where people can't get clean water.
Nope. That's too much to ask for.
But
That
we
is
could, but we,
too
but we,
much.
but we could figure coronavirus.
Not only clean water, we live in a country where some people can't even get constant water.
Oh, Lord of mercy. Lord of his mercy.
Bye. I got this. We're waiting for y'all. Y'all got this.
But we live in a country like Jade.
People
that day-
literally don't have water sometimes. Like you,
Jade,
you
wake up
just
in
go-
the Jade is a crapshoot. Like people literally gambling every morning, like putting bets. Y'all think I got water tomorrow?
No buy.
I got $10 on water tomorrow.
No buy.
Well, but no buy. I'll take the bet and raise it 20. But we ain't gonna water tomorrow. But
Turn off the pipe, not but vibes buy. No water. Just vibes. Just vibes. But as we gotta leave, we gotta go, we gotta what?
disembark.
Yes, because things are happening next. We have to hear from the opposition leader, Dr. Denzel Douglas. There's some things to say in Parliament. I don't think he's going to say what Azim and myself said this morning, but that would be hilarious.
Somebody don't hire me for a consultancy, buy.
No,
I just want a consultancy in one government agency.
and then we ask for a lot,
We not Jade. All you want is a car for Christmas. That's one. But on top of that,
Maybe we got to be for Christmas.
we just want a trip to Dubai and
The man laughing after us,
and a
The man
consultancy
laughing.
position.
I send the man the article and tell him what. The man laughing like it's a joke.
Okay, now JP to buy.
They are no respect for us, right?
No respect.
No respect.
No
I tell you, we're
respect.
the nation's stepchildren,
Aye.
Don't even want to listen to us, take with ideas and just laugh.
And then implement.
And implement behind we back. But it's okay.
Is we and sniper.
Let me come back to radio.
We as Sniper, just take all the ideas and then run with it.
Shout out to y'all, boy. Shout out to y'all.
But guys, we had fun today. It's been an amazing Wednesday. Remember, it's Hump Day,
Indeed.
and we're leading down to just a few days away from Christmas, guys.
I'm still accepting gifts, even though I haven't gotten any yet.
Yeah, still
Just
open.
put it out there. Yeah, just put it
Still
out
open,
there.
still open. Yeah, I don't buy gifts. Buy one name so.
I don't get enough for Christmas, you know. I lie.
Christmas is for the kids, man.
I lie. I don't get enough for my birthday. That's what I should say.
Okay, let me stop about this quick, guys. Stop stressing about gifts. This is what you do. My family don't figure it out. I tell you, gift exchange. Everybody get one person name, so you got one gift, and then everybody buy gifts to the kids. It's for the kids. It's about the kids, and depending on how young the kids is, what you could do is take the gift, or you give to somebody else, and just give them the box. The kid can be fine.
Yeah.
You understand?
The last show for the year on Island Tea, we don't have that here, sir.
I wish.
No, this ain't one of them kind of programs, man. We're going on to the wire. The only things we don't do is holidays.
Yeah.
But everything else we'll be here for. Don't worry. We'll see y'all into 2022. Yeah. What, wait.
You gonna mix up?
Let me just check.
How the days running?
Yeah.
Me coming in here on the 27th, yeah.
Well, no, bye. That's a holiday. I tell you, we don't do holidays.
Oh. I'm not coming
Yeah,
in
one
here.
day y'all ain't seen us, boy.
You
So
can see me all them time. That time on the 27th, I'm gonna be up.
see?
Yeah, I'm gonna be up.
Yeah,
Flood
so we'll be
grounds.
back on the 28th until the 31st. See?
Me ain't gonna be at the 31st.
Wait.
You going some bats?
No, you're not. You get what?
I got to reach.
What?
So I got to reach. So even if the boat got to carry me.
Okay, well, guys, me and God. Me and somebody go.
Remember the best thing that happened to me. But the only thing now is that I got to basically get creative with the testing.
You got time.
No, I got to get creative because remember it's only 3 days. But the day that I'm planning to come back would be a holiday, meaning I can't get a test in St. Bart's. So I got to figure out a way to have a test for me to be able to enter back the country. But yeah, it's
Yeah. It's 70. You are 72 hours. You win.
Yeah.
Who wants to guest host Island Tea with me on the 31st?
Ooh.
Send in, yes, we're going to.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that would be a good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get somebody to guest host with me. Don't worry. So that means we have to do the New Year wrap up. And when you say you're leaving the 20, you're gonna be here the 31st. So the 30th.
The 30th.
Okay, we're gonna do the New Year's wrap up on the 30th.
Oh yeah, wrap up.
And well, yeah, that's. And we're going to try and get somebody in the studio to talk with me because I don't want to talk to myself. On that day, or I'll just talk to the audience. Either way, we can work it out.
We'll work it out. But guys, word of advice to all the shippers, yeah, give people things them out now.
Please, lot of what
And I don't even want to blame them so much. Customs step up our game.
Where's the Kawabi things? Please.
KDP, everybody. Who else you got? You got a bunch of them.
Somebody just sent me one this morning. Shameless plug from one of our viewers. Escraver?
Oh, I know who sent it to you.
Yep. Will he be here?
That's Tanja?
Yeah, man.
Tanja, big up yourself. Friend of the show.
Yes.
But he need to come talk about it on Island Tea and stop cutting style.
Yeah, man. The people them know what's going on.
Yeah. But yeah, to all of that, it's customs, yeah. Customs, y'all need to step up your game. As a matter of fact, it's Christmas time. Y'all don't even open nothing, just pass through.
Yeah, why opening up that? Just holding up the process.
It's only closed. It's only.
You done that machine close the beginning. We're bringing guns and ammunition. Just
Yeah, nobody
the
bringing in no
machine
gun
close
this
one.
time. Peace on.
Yeah, man.
All you gotta do, just send you the thing them. Let the people and get the clothes and things. Somebody tell me they went up the port the other day. Is like Armageddon up there.
Anyway, let me come out of it.
I think the person said he see somebody attempt to eat somebody's face or something up there. I don't know what was happening. Yeah, it was crazy. Allegedly, I wasn't up there.
Allegedly, yes.
This is what I hear. But guys, we're gonna leave. We're gonna go. We're gonna disembark. Make sure to come and join us again here tomorrow, right here on Win Media SKN on
Same
Facebook,
time.
YouTube, and 98.9 on your FM dial.
Also on the website, if y'all listening via that.
Indeed, big up yourself to all the people who comment, who share, who just be a part of Island Tea and anybody you call in. All the stuff be really loud, so you disturb everybody around you.
Indeed.
Thank you so much. But remember guys, spend more time living your content than posting it. And you can't be everybody's cup of tea because you is not a mug. See you guys tomorrow.
Hey.